Hello, nice to meet you on this webinar.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
I think you can wait for a minute, right? So it's while participants will join and then we can start.
Yeah,
Hi, everyone.
let's just wait for a couple minutes and then we'll start the webinar.
Anna, I think we can start, right?
Okay, let's start. So I hope everyone who's going to join will join us soon. And hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. Today's webinar is called All Things AI from Help to Order Placed. In this session, we'll explore how AI capabilities are already being applied in commerce, from automation features that simplify operations to more advanced agentic-driven assistant that help teams and customers move faster. This is the first webinar dedicated specifically to AI capabilities within the Virto platform. Going forward, we plan to continue sharing product updates, new capabilities, and practical insights on quarterly basis. So if you'd like to stay up to date, please keep an eye on our LinkedIn page, website, and email digest for our upcoming announcements. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we definitely encourage you to do so. Let's move forward. And before we begin, let me quickly introduce today's speakers. First, we have Oleg Zhuk, our CTO at Virto Commerce. Many of our customers and partners are already be familiar with Oleg, and if you've ever developed an e-commerce solution with Virto, so he leads the technical vision of the platform and will walk us through how AI capabilities are being integrated into the product. Next is Andrey Artiomov, one of our experienced product owners at Virto Commerce. Andrey works closely with our customers and development teams to ensure that the solution built on the platform support the real business needs and complex commerce scenarios. Today he'll walk us through how Virto developed its AI agent orchestration tools and AI-powered search capabilities. And finally, myself, Anna Shubina, I'm a director of product marketing at Virto Commerce. Today, I'll be facilitating this session, guiding the discussion, and moderating questions throughout the webinar. And a quick note before we move on. If you have any questions during the webinar, please feel free to type them into the chat. We'll collect them and answer during our Q&A session toward the end. And let's move on. Let's take a quick look at what we'll cover today. We'll start with a brief roadmap overview, followed by a look of intent search and VirtoOS. Then we'll move into several practical AI capabilities, including the AI product assistant, product order to order capture, and localization features, including catalog localization. We'll also briefly look at VirtoOS documentation and how teams can start working with these capabilities. And finally, we'll open the session for questions and answers and address the questions you've shared in the chat. So let's move forward.
Yeah, and let me start and explain how we feeling the everyday on the e-commerce market, right? E-commerce is moving fast. More sales, better conversations, multi-operations, and everything at the same time, right? So it's more requirements, more features, more performance. AI wave is real, and it's fragmented. Accelerating, it brings some innovations and drive our e-commerce business as well. But innovations in AI comes with cost, more complex infrastructure, more specialized skills. So here are the questions we are asking each other in Virto Commerce. How do we keep everything that already works well in Virto Commerce and improve without breaking changes what our partners and our customers depend on? Our answer is this roadmap, built around 5 streams. First one, integrations. So agnostic architecture and Virto Commerce will build on top of best-of-breed applications together with our partners and improves the scalability and brings value for you. Next one, it's role-based user experience. We are focused on single purpose workspace where e-commerce business roles like help sales rep, marketers, category managers, and etc. have one workspace for all routines and for all features. And every Virto Commerce bring all functionality, what they need on daily basis activities. Next one is epics and features. It's what we are developing for years, so out-of-box functionality, and we are planning to add a new e-commerce features, new modules, and make more functionality in the e-commerce, so you will focus only your business requirements and don't think about how to scale, how to maintain, or some generic e-commerce functionalities. We are thinking about dev experience as well, where how the implementation partners can simplify and implement some business requirements faster, right? And improve the developer productivity. I think for me, it's one of the favorite topic. And new one, what you see on the screen, it's a product as a service. And we will talk about it with details on the next slide. Before, when we start implementations of the Virto Commerce solutions, we are thinking how we will deliver and deploy new functionality to the customers. Small note, the current Virto Commerce modules and delivery, from my point of view, works properly and works well. Virto Commerce roadmap open for partners and customer requests and contributions. We receive a new requirements, review together with clients, customers, and implement it like a feature. Then feature design it as a platform level, design it on the platform level, deliver it to the partner. Partner review, install, customize, and deliver it to production to the clients or employees. And let me repeat, this model provide very fast response and ability to deliver functionality in time. So we are planning our roadmap on quota approach, and we're always glad to deliver functionality to be specific oriented to specific client requirements needs. At some times, a capability become more and become a core part of what customer expect. So as I mentioned, complexity of the hosting and configuring these capabilities grows and brings new challenges. It requires infrastructure skills as well. It requires prompt skills and more functionality around it. At some times, we understood that our clients and partners want to deliver and test some functionality faster. And we asked ourselves, can we give our partners and clients fast options? And my answer, yes, we can do it. And that's exactly what product as a service is. If you look on this slide, right, so you can see that we change it and approach and how we deliver functionality, and we present you a new stream. Here's the idea. We make a review, we create and implement a new feature. Build it with Virto atomic architecture, with same architecture that you know and trust. And instead of shipping it for you and install and host, we deploy it into the Virto Commerce as a managed service, as a SaaS product. You can install it and plug and play as a SaaS product into existing Virto Commerce solution, into your third-party e-commerce solutions. You can deploy it on any website or many another applications, maybe chatbot. And let me repeat it, it works as a SaaS component that can be integrated, not just a Virto Commerce platform. Clients get capability, you get the speed, and you can test functionality. Employee have access to the features in the SaaS portal, can configure it, measure it, adjust it. And sometimes your customers get functionality and feature on the part of your e-commerce solutions. So you can connect, you can test, you can measure. At the same time, if everything works properly, it's not like one door. So it's you can take, and if you're ready to transfer, we can transfer this feature because they deploy it as Virto Commerce module in your environments, in your hosting, and install it and use it later. So you can start faster as SaaS approach and then transform it to PaaS approach, what we already provided. It's clean, it's decoupled, and helps us to drive innovations. And most of the features which we are planning to present today build as product as a service approach. Here, the Virto Commerce roadmap for 2026. Keep in mind that I added only key elements. We are planning to release more, and you can find information about small functionalities, release, update, and Virto Commerce Digest on our GitHub as well. But in Q1, we are moving fast. I highlighted with bold what we are planning to present today. And of course, you can see that we keep more space for new ideas, your requirements, and we will be glad to implement in whole this year. Let me pass word to Anna.
Thank you, Oleg. Before we move forward, Oleg, I'd like to pause for a moment and ask something that we often hear from customers and system integrators. Looking at this roadmap, we see several AI-related initiatives from the intent search and AI assistance to agent orchestration. So from an implementation perspective, how should companies think about adopting these capabilities? Are these features meant to be introduced gradually into existing commerce environments, or do they require a broader architectural shift?
Honestly, if you look on the Virto Commerce, we originally designed it, and honestly, we keep Virto Commerce in mind of it. So we designed it like from scratch to be ready for it. And of course, from business point of view, we are glad to test it and verify it with less architecture shift. So it's like what you have it, right? And verify it and test idea. For me, focus on business requirements, business verification, A/B testing, and keep all architecture decisions on the platform level. Let me repeat, we designed it and architecture was planned to have this, handle these capabilities. Virto Commerce architecture properly fit to it and test it and verify it, how it works for you, for your business.
Thank you, Oleg. That's great. That gives us a great overview of how AI capabilities are evolving across the platform. Now let's move from the roadmap into some of the practical AI capabilities already being developed and implemented. We'll take a look at intent search, which improves how the platform understands user queries and product discovery, and then explore Virto, our AI system designed to help teams work more efficiently with commerce data and operations. To walk us through these capabilities, I'd like to pass the floor to Andrey. Andrey, over to you.
Thanks, Anna. Let me start with the intent search. And let's see what problem it tries to solve and what capabilities it has. So first of all, buyers, especially in complex B2B environments, may not always be exact in their search terms while navigating through the extensive catalogs. There might be no product names or SKUs in the search phrase. Instead, they type in goals or vague descriptions of their needs. In case of the index search, the regular one, when a product doesn't have search keyword from the search phrase, it won't be retrieved. It decreases the level of customer satisfaction and leads to missed opportunities. Hybrid search improves that, but still the search results might be far from what customers expect. And for the manager, it's like a magic. Configuration of hybrid search properly might be complex. It might be complex itself and require deep knowledge of it. So it becomes an overhead. Solution for that, Virto Commerce brings to resolve the issue is the intent search. That is an enhanced AI trained human manageable search that decomposes and classifies search phrase instantly. It breaks down the search query into phrases and words called tokens, each part being matched against existing facets, normalized if required, sorts and suggests results by confidence score. It's being trained on a client-specified catalog taxonomy. In case intent search identifies the entered search phrase is the exact product code, like MPN, SKU, GTN, and so on, it runs the search by this field directly, skipping other classifiers paths. Multiple classifiers run in parallel, so confidence score picks best intent. Now let's overview the backend of the intent search in brief, how a manager can check, view, and manage the search and improve search results. Here is the search intent management tool where a manager can overview how the intent search performs. A manager can upload, apply taxonomy here, test search queries, classify intents by adding them to the training sets, improving the search results eventually. For example, here, a manager wants to test the search phrase for a Samsung phone with the list of available facets for brand and color. Intent search classifies this and returns 5 most close categories, identifies 2 facets. For the brand and color, you may also notice that the color has been normalized and exact value from the facet dictionary applied. It was dark originally and turned into black. Categories applied with the confidence score sorted from the highest to the lowest. A manager can check and review past search queries, log to identify issues, fine-tune the confidence scores to improve future similar search queries runs. On the front end, for the buyer, in this case, the search component suggests 5 closest categories to proceed and sets 2 facets to exact values. Now a manager wants to set the exact category match for the search. He checks that the search phrase is not in the training set, so he opens the search intent classifier, executes the search with the phrase, and picks the category to save it as the proper one for it. Next time a buyer enters similar or the same search phrase, the confidence score for the category is close to 100. In this case, it's 94. And it can be opened directly for the buyer, skipping the suggestion step. In the settings, there are configuration for exact match patterns of product codes like GTIN, MPN, EN, presented via regular expressions, as well as configuration of the taxonomy type to be used. It's possible to use industry standard taxonomies like Google, UNSPS, UNSPSC as Shopify or a custom one. Confidence score threshold and the number of returned categories can also be defined here. Intent search supports real-time monitoring, request replay, and debug for full transparency and control, reducing the level of magic for the manager. And that's one of the main goals. And more precise search results for the end user. So that's it for intent search. And next
Thank
one.
you, Andrey.
Yeah, sure. Anna?
One moment. That's a very helpful look at how intent search works in practice. And I have one question for you. When companies already have a traditional search or filtering system in place, what changes once intent search is introduced in general? How would you explain that?
To shift to intent search, it's not an architectural shift. So basically, Virto Commerce is built in the way to be ready to run with different search engines. And intent search in this case, just another one. Some tweaks need to be done on the front end, and it can drastically improve the search results and customers satisfaction by the search and navigating through the catalog.
Yeah, thank you. Continue, please.
Sure. Now, next topic I will also cover is a multi-agent orchestrator called Virto. What is Virto and what problems it solves? First, I expect most of the participants joined today's webinar already use one or multiple AI assistants in their everyday routine. Same goes to e-commerce managers. But once they utilize a generic assistant, they quickly start to hit the walls. Like AI assistant doesn't have full back office context awareness, like environment, data, APIs. Also, it requires manual data transfer between AI assistant and the back office portal. Actions and tasks must be executed one by one, and data to be transferred manually. So no multitask requests, no multitask tasks to AI agents. And what's important for developers, no code-free customization while developing AI tools for their clients. With Virto, an AI agent orchestrator built by us, all the above walls are expected to be dropped because, first of all, it's integrated into Virto Commerce applications and specialized portals, for example, vendor portal, and in the next demos, I will show how it works in vendor portal, but not coupled to them. Virto is not tightly coupled to them. It's been opened from Virto Commerce application. Virto has full context, awareness of the application, like which items has been selected in the list, or which item is currently opened. So tasks could be executed directly on the items or a context application that application can share with Virto. Next one is multi-agent execution workflows supported. So in one prompt, in one request, customer can ask for multiple actions to do, and multiple agents would be executed, run, and it's supported. Human in the loop for approvals and declines by user before data modifications applied. And that also will be part of the demo. Multi-agent orchestration with no-code agents and low-code tools for extending Virto with new capabilities by partner teams or enthusiasts, and also available. Virto already contains number of agents and tools out of the box, and let's briefly overview some of them. In this demo, we see how Virto helps to enrich item description. It's integrated in vendor portal in this case. And for example, we see that a product has some description, not a pretty one, and we ask Virto, so this is the right chatbot pane, to improve description, make it attractive, and SEO friendly. As you may see, the data will be modified, and that's why it shows the summary of what is expected to be modified, and human in the loop. There is an approval process from the user to approve or decline the changes. Once approved, the changes being applied, and there is also a summary of what has been changed. And now we see that the description is pretty formatted, more extensive, and more attractive for the user, for buyers. Another Virto capability is missing properties fill based on the other data available for the product, like images or descriptions. In this case, we see that product does not have properties field, and we ask Virto to fill the properties. It analyzes image of the product, analyzes description of the product, and tries to pick what's relevant for the properties. And again, it shows a preview of what is supposed to be modified. And if I'm okay with that, with the modifications, it just applies them. And that's it. This already updated. Here in these examples, the modifications are made on one item, but it's also possible to just drag and drop to this chat to Virtuo's file, some CSV file, structured file, and to ask to update or create products from the file. And one more demo to show is like multi-step cross-domain workflow when there is a context of two items selected in the list. And the ask here is to improve description for two items and also create offers in the price list with stock levels for each of the item. And here we see that first it asked us about offers, and means two different agents worked in this case. Offer creation agent and the product enrichment agent that enriched the product descriptions. So next is very briefly, and is presented in the slides, again, the capabilities in more details, in more technical details, I would say, like how to build new agents with no code, what it means, like YAML tools, Markdown agents, that agents can be auto-discovered from the modules in the environment, and so on. Multi-agent orchestration. So Virtuos is basically orchestrator with sub-agents being added to it, and it delegates basically the tasks to sub-agents, which then calls APIs or do the relevant stuff delegated to them. It also has a context awareness. In this case, it's which blade is currently opened, which items has been selected if it's the list. It also reflects and realizes it has in the context of the current user. It means if the user doesn't have some permissions to do one or another task, like delete items or process the order, then Virtuos knows about it. It has it in the context and would not allow to do tasks that are not allowed to the user to do himself. And it's developed in the way of multi-clients, multi-tenancy. It means it works at product as a service, what Oleg mentioned, and new clients, new customers can be added to them as customers and manage their available agents and tools to them. Well, I've demonstrated this in vendor portal, but it's not limited to that. And as the next steps for us is to add it to other specialized workspaces like Page Builder and other tools, as well as for the front end. It can become a huge and crucial co-operator for front-end users, and help them with onboarding process, orders creation, or cart optimizations, and reordering process, and many more. Yeah. I think that's it. And over to you, Anna.
Thank you, Andrey. Now let's shift to another important area where AI can support both customers and internal teams. I'd like to bring Oleg back to our discussion to walk us through several practical capabilities that apply AI to real operational challenges in B2B commerce. Oleg, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Anna, and thank you, Andrew. Okay, yeah, so let me present some wow feature. It's from my point of view. But before start with problem explanation. A customer, and I think this explanation primarily well known for you. Customer lands on a product page. An item has 47 technical attributes, 3 data sheets, compatibility matrix, and multiple page manuals in PDF format. But customer has one simple question. Will this work with my existing setup? And honestly, there are no answer on the page. And what is the option? Review these specifications, attributes, properties by themselves, ask Google, or maybe open support ticket, or leave. And we see that AI product assistance is our answer and solution for this problem. So we see that intelligent conversational agent that embedded directly on the product page can resolve this problem, and customer can simply ask questions in natural language and get instant answer on his questions and build it on top of the attributes, documentations, manuals, and specifications. And let me demonstrate during this presentation, right? You see, I open the product page. It contains properties, descriptions, images, and some materials, right? Like PDF file attached to it. If you open the PDF file, it contains more than 400 pages, and it takes time, so honestly, how to review all these materials and find relevant information for you. Instead of it, you see we integrated product assistant widget or chat, and the customer can type and ask a simple question. What is this product is? And chat assistant will review and get information from the page, images, text, description, PDF material, analyze it, and revert response on the page about the data and materials what he sees. You see it accurate, understand its printer, attributes, functions, etc. But what is about if I ask more complicated questions about how to set up and do the print format of the date? So you see that it's starting to search, review, and revert back to me summary of the information and also link on specific materials. So I click on it and it will lead me to specific place on specific page in PDF materials. So I will briefly review it, understand, instead of browse all these pages, capabilities, and these functionalities at all. Small feature, small improvement. Let me go to next page. Yeah, this one. So how we see it? For me, honestly, I see potential to enrich this product assistant and transform it to AI assistant because it can be used for another complex B2B scenarios. And here, let me give you 2 scenarios, but I think you can create more ones that it can be complicated. First scenario, you know that you try to compare license agreement or contracts data across vendors in the procurement system. And you know how it can be complicated to find the relevant information about contract limitations, restricted addresses, rules, and etc. inside of this document. Using the AI assistant or AI product assistants, you can get the information safely from the page. So it's no security issues, right? So it's not necessary to rebuild and reindex all documents in your system. Get the context from the page and put into AI assistant and ask the questions proactively. And he will revert back with response and provide the link how I did it and how he did it. He did it for specific printers scenarios. Another scenarios, what I see, it can be good for contract specific pricing. So you review the vendor list, products, documentations in multiple vendor scenarios, and revert back the right information about the products, right? So you can review it, understand it, instead of browse, analyze Excel files. And of course, it's ready for another scenarios, another informations and systems. It can be for private documentations and etc. So it's any information what you have it, and you want to provide access for your customer during the one window, one portal through the e-commerce, so that can be used. And let me repeat, Andrew as well said already, it can be integrated not with the commerce, can be integrated another commerce or private website as well. Another interesting feature, order capture. And let me start also with problem explanation. In B2B commerce today, a significant portion of purchase orders still arrive by fax, emails, screenshots, or handwritten notes, and some by someone on the phone in the very houses. And at the end, salesperson sit down and manually copies the information from fax or emails and re-enter it line by line, product code by product code, quantity by quantity into the order management system. And this process has a problems. It takes times. It contains errors and mistakes, wrong SKU, quantity, price. And order capture eliminates all this problem at once. Let me demonstrate it. You see that on the screen, it's handwritten note, not a structured PDF. We can do screenshot and take a photo of it, upload to the web portal, and order capture will transform this information into the product quantity and add it into the shopping cart immediately. And also, like for previous situations, so we see that it's these tools and productivity tools can close the gap between physical world of B2B buying and digital world of order management. And once this core capability or architecture is here, so you can look on different scenarios. First scenario, it's what we see, it can be used about warehouse manager. They walk the floor, check what is stock of the products, what is down, and if for some reason some product is not available, he take a note on the list, and then take a photo of this list at the final day, send to the manager, and this handwritten inventory count sheet will be transformed to the shopping cart or to quote process to the purchase. System extract information properly from any information. It can be corrupted information. It can be systems and as well, and transform it to properly information that can be restocked or for approval process and digitalize this information what you have. Another scenarios, what we see and we can propose, it can be game changer of, and honestly, it's my favorite because it turns a competitor's document into your sales weapon. So here's the scenarios. Potential customer gets some and currently buying from competitors, and they send some proposal. It can be screenshots in PDF, in materials, and this customer sends this document to you. Order capture can extract this information and product lines, quantity, and price point from the competitor's proposal and transform it to the quote. You can review it, respond very properly, and send better product, better lines, with better price. And we see that quote response and duration of it and times for response drops dramatically. Same technology, same approach, but use it for different scenarios. Another one, it's because anyway, I am worried about my dear friends. So we see it can be scenarios how it can be used, some AI tools for localizations. So Virto Commerce today support certain languages from English to Chinese, and number is growing, and it's great. But we see it means it for every feature, for every functionality, we need to finish your code by adding localizations and keep it consistent between multiple languages. Don't miss it. And every change, every request, every feature, every release Originally thought it will take effort, but we found the way how it can be improved using some productivity tools or some scripts. Yes, you can ask me, you can use AI system to translate JSON files, but anyway, it still need to manually force it, and it's not possible to guarantee this file is master data, right? So let me demonstrate what is productivity tools is, and how it can change the life and provide the automation process for simple automations routine or translation routines. And also it opens the door, not for us, but implementation partners for customers, if you need to add additional language into the VirtoCommerce solutions or VirtoCommerce front end that you need to handle, that can be done in minutes today. On this demo presentation, you see I opened the English master data file and added hello world template into the script. And is it possible to run it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see it. Yeah, thank you. You see I added hello world text in master file. And after it, I can open the console applications and launch simple script file and command to fix localizations. The scripts start to use AI capabilities to review the master file and compare what is the difference between master data and another localizations. You see it already found 12 different missing keys and start translating the data using the e-commerce specifics one by one, step by step, and get the correct data. So you're always working with one master file and then automatically apply localizations on all languages what you have. You see it did it on English, on Spanish, on German, on French, and it's automated tools for now. So developer don't think about it and keep the actual files, resource files up to date and accurate. Yeah. What it's how we see it, it can be additional productivity tools and what it can be next step for this functionality. First of all, it can be used not for VirtoCommerce front-end and VirtoCommerce modules. It can be used for whole ecosystems for your custom modules. So you can use it and as any productivity tools from VirtoCommerce. And also we have a plans to include it into the VirtoCommerce CLI command VC build. So you will easily integrate it and launch it in this process as part of the build and module compress. So you will have this process automated as much as possible and get this functionality as out of box from VirtoCommerce side.
Thank you,
and
Oleg.
let me pass to Andrew.
Yeah, thanks, Oleg. Another localization topic is catalog localization. And for multi-regional and multi-language e-commerce portals, providing high-quality localized product content is essential. Product names, descriptions, and attributes must be adopted to local languages to attract customers, improve SEO performance, and also comply with cultural nuances and markets. But localizing catalog is quite a task that might require external agencies to be involved. So it's time, costs, and by all other means is quite expensive and extensive. And as product catalogs grow and change frequently, keeping localized content up to date becomes an ongoing challenge. So basically, every change in the catalog must also be reviewed through the localization. And the solution for that is Virtuos, again, and its localization agent that dramatically accelerates the delivery of localized product content, catalog content, by automatically generating translations for catalog data, for products data, like descriptions, localized product names, and so on. User can define the translation language specifics via prompt, and the result will be formatted, pretty-formatted localized text, keeping the formatting of the original text, basically. And it drastically reduces the dependency on external agencies, lowers localization costs, and enables businesses to launch multi-regional portals much, much faster in a more efficient manner. And let me just, again, it will be presented just for the sake of visibility, presented in the way of one product localization. So here we see that product has only description in English, but no description in German or French or other languages. And we ask just to translate description to missing languages. It identifies which language is available and for which languages the description is missing, and provides this summary for the user. Like the text will be translated from English original description maintained to other languages. And as the result, we see after update, we see that it keeps all the formatting of the original description, and it preserves it, and has all the text localized. Same goes for localized product names and so on, other localizable product details. Looking ahead into how to improve this tool and this localization agent is to allow clients, users to be able to set the language model for this to meet speed, performance, and costs for localizations. And also we see it to be more proactive, because Virto has this catalog quality module, and based on the outcomes of this quality module, such an agent could be proactive and suggest which the missing translations of products in the catalog. So what is missing, which localization, which languages are missing, and that way to help a manager who manages a e-commerce website, web portal, to not miss and have everything localized. Yeah, so back to Oleg.
Yeah, thank you, Andrey. And click, yeah. So before to continue and present the last topic for today, so let me maybe explain what is Virtuos is. You saw most of the product has this Virtuos naming. So for us, it's like Virtuos is a brand or label for group of the products that related AI capabilities. So some assistance, productivity tools with AI focus, and we are using the VirtoCommerce like Virtuos brand or Virtuos label and some products inside of it. Here, I'm trying to share that also can be relevant for you, and what we learned in last 2 months, and what we already start to use in the VirtoCommerce already. VirtoCommerce is a powerful platform, and we always thinking how to simplify our product for business analyst, solution architect, and developer. We simplify architecture, but at the same time, you know that we release the new functionalities, features every day. So and easy to miss. Is it part of the VirtoCommerce solutions, or it's new one, or it's etc. And you know that product owners is scoping a new project. They need to understand quickly what is available of out of box, what needs to be custom built. Solution architects mapping business requirements, usually called like heat maps, requirements to modules, API specification, extension points, and it also need to be clarified. Developer face challenges how to review, understand platform docs, source code, implement VirtoCommerce architecture properly, provide customization patterns to follow our best practices. And Virtuos is our answer on all of three of them at the same times. So we have Conversational AI Copilot embedded directly into our documentation site. And it trained it on the full body of Virto commerce documentation and source code. Because for me, source code, it's primary master data. It's single point of truth, everything related to what we have in the Virto commerce today. No generic chatbot, no search bar, sorry, and platform expert for you. You can look on this one like platform expert that exactly know our code base and answer on your question as expert. And for my dear friends, also you can use the Virtuos and the Contact 7 MCP and added knowledge about VirtoCommerce source directly inside your AI code editors. And let me demonstrate role by role scenarios how it can be used. First of all, you can go and open our documentation. And you see on our documentation site in the bottom right corner, you can click enable Virtuos chat and type and ask like solution kit, what extension point of the VirtoCommerce is, how I can plug and price agent, right? And how to scale the VirtoCommerce. And it always return and revert the information with the relevance on our code, reference, documentations, and answer is accurate. Let me go to maybe step back. Now it's for business. Another questions, business analyst can sign into the same documentation portal and ask, does VirtoCommerce support product personalization? And it will return information and present how to use the product configuration properly, what capabilities we have, what capability we missed, what is the limitation of this functionality, or maybe how to create the marketing promotion with coupons. So here's a single point of truth that you can use it and honestly be recommend to follow. And if you could not find some documentation questions about it, so then contact us, we will improve it. For business analyst, the solution architect. For developers, nothing changed. Same documentation, same Virtuos, but you can ask how to get the product by SKU. What is the limitation of event bus? Any questions? How to create a new module? How to configure Elasticsearch? So everything related to this information you can find and use the Virtuos assistants for this knowledge. So multiple roles, business analyst, solution architect, developers, one endpoint, one asks questions, and he will provide the correct response about the VirtoCommerce. But it's not real, and it's not only for us, right? And for specific communication between partners, customers, and the VirtoCommerce. First of all, we see that tools works properly, and we start to use it for onboarding time. So every team knows the span. You bring a new developers, business analyst, solution architect, and for next several weeks, you need to ask them read docs, review source code, contact somebody from the team and ask the questions. Now you can use that Virtuos as correct AI assistants or expert that can provide the most of the initial questions and answer and lead an onboarding program as an expert. Everything what you need to ask, so you can follow and use it for your onboarding, for your teams. And honestly, we start to use it in our teams as well. Second, and it's primarily interesting for you. For me, it's because it's a product, right? So we see capabilities that you can use over OAuth instance. As we train it on top of our documentation, on top of our source code, you can train it on top of your customization. So you implement your modules, develop it functionality, have business requirements, so put it into the Virtuos, train it, and use it like a single point of truth for customers, for employees, for your dev team. So it will be always accurate, updated, and provide the same approach so that you never miss functionality, what you're already developing. And it's, trust me, it's more easy than go to the documentations, ask it, review it, and it works 100% better than keyword search or intent search or another one. So it's ask questions, and review response and follow the documentation, what we have. And of course, it's not a silver bullet. Let me repeat it again. So it's before to close our story. A lot of here scenarios what we presented, it works properly, but devil in details. We need the data, we need the context, we need your scenarios. And if you share it with us, so it helps us to build the right product, train it, and verify it, the ideas how it can be used in different scenarios. And if for some reason some tools like this Virto doesn't work or provide maybe inconsistent or wrong answer, so contact us. We are here and we can provide the clarification, explanations, and help you to resolve your opportunities in a correct way. Anna, let me pass word to you because I think we just
sure.
4 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Oleg, and thank you both for walking us through all these interesting capabilities. And we have a couple minutes left for questions. So I ask Oleg to pick 1 or 2 questions from the chat and briefly answer them.
Yeah, first of all, so it's maybe related question: does AI product assistant handle industry-specific jargon, right, or etc.? So yeah, so it's of course it will need to verify it. So if you're ready, so contact us. We will be glad to help you to configure it, test it, and verify it, and check it and review how it works, and maybe adjust it. All products what we developed here, let me repeat, follow the Virto Commerce atomic architecture. So it means you can use as ready solutions, but if required, you can customize it, extend it, adjust it, modify it, and never know. So it's maybe several iterations. If for some reason we found some scenarios when it doesn't work, so we can continuously improve it. But for today, we see it works properly, right? So it contains a lot of nuance and contains a lot of opportunities, but also I think the challenge here, so it's some of the scenarios can be resolved in let me say and call it like legacy ways. So it's in previous using the keyword search, using the mapping, data normalizations, right, etc. So it's let me repeat it, not a silver bullet, it's just options where you see it can be used, but need context and need scenarios, right, and need to test it and verify it. And this product as a service approach focus on the simplification of A/B testing, right? So how it can be fit to your industry specific elements, to your teams, for your customers, for your employees. Andrew, maybe let me pass word to you about AI localization. So does the human in the loop approval work for bulk catalog translations?
Yeah, I saw this question. Thanks, Oleg. And basically, that is something we need to add also. We have this in mind. So like if bulk operations and approval for each of the step or for each of the line in these approvals. So it might be, we think of suppressing these approvals, like if user has some multiple items to be approved or declined, there needs to be an option for the user to suppress. Otherwise, it's still currently it works like that. So approval user approves each modification in this case. But yeah, we know this not an issue but challenge how to make it user friendly but still secure, and we definitely will deliver solution for that.
Thank you, Oleg, and thank you, Andrey, for the answers. While you were answering the questions, we have launched the poll for our listeners. So right now we will see the results. The poll was about the features that you like the most. Now you can see the results on the screen, and we see that intent search wins that competition. Very nice. So thanks, everyone. And let's finalize the webinar. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And thank you to our speakers for walking us through these AI capabilities. And if you'd like to revisit the session or share it with your team, the webinar recording and slides will be available shortly. So please keep an eye on your inbox. And if you have any questions about the implementation, specific features, of how these capabilities could apply to your projects, feel free to reach out to us. You can use the contact form shown here on the screen. Let me check why I can't see it. Yeah, it's over here. So you can see, you can use the contact form shown on the screen via QR code, and our team will be happy to follow up. We also invite you to subscribe to Virto Commerce on LinkedIn to stay updated on upcoming product releases, webinars, and platform updates. Thank you again for your time today, and we hope to see you in our next session. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
See you.
keep in touch.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.